Welcome to day 2 of the Art Journal Advent project. This is the journal that I created to use on these 24 days of Advent. I'm trying to get this unwrapped, so I seem to be all thumbs. There we go. So this is the front, and I will do something to the front. I'm not sure when. But this was day 1, and the prompt for day 1 was start today. I'm a couple of days behind, but I'm going to persevere. Today's prompt is simplicity, and I'm going to get a clip to hold my pages back. And day 2 being simplicity, I'm just going to do something simple. So I've got a few things out, and we'll talk about them as I go through, as I use them. So I want to, first of all, I'm gonna do a Christmas ornament, and I've got this ball jar lid that I'm gonna just use to create a circle. And obviously, you could create a circle by itself because it doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be something, generally a circle. And I'm gonna put a top to it, a hook for the hook. And let me see, I wanna, hold on just a minute. I want the pencil lead to be a little less obvious. So I'm taking a kneaded eraser and just, taking back some of the lines so they're not so prominent. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do a red ornament, and I have these Tim Holtz distress watercolor pencils, and I'm gonna use this one, which is Fired Brick. I did do the samples of these, so you could see how they, the color, so I could see how the colors come out. So that's not a red, it's a brick red, which is what he called it. So I'm gonna put that in water and just kind of outline this shape. Now, it doesn't have to be a perfect circle by any means, but we're going for simplicity, so that's this crayon. I am going to, think I'm going to use some gold. First of all, let me dry this. I suddenly had the thought that I press record, which I did. Okay, so I'm going to use some gold. I have this Maya gold from Viva, and I'm just going to take a brush that I've used in the past for for acrylic. So I'm going to take this and just put a little bit of gold around on this ornament. And I'm going to paint the hook gold, and with the gold. Okay, so I don't want to put that in my watercolor water, so I'll have to hang on to that for a minute. But I do want to take a larger brush, and I'm going to add some water to this top, which has a bit of the gold in it. And I may need a little more water. See if I could do some gold splatters. Well, I'm going to go ahead and rinse that brush out. Okay, so let's see what else I want to do. I want to do some green, and I used this green yesterday in yesterday's video. It's peeled paint, which is green, and it doesn't have it's not a bright, well, it is a bright green, but it's not a dark green. So I probably will use another green. So I'm just trying to get the semblance of a branch that this ornament can be hung from. Put a little bit over the ornament. Okay, so let me get another green. To use. This is a little bit darker, but not much. I've got a couple of other greens in this palette also. This one is darker. We're just getting the semblance of a branch. Now I want to, this is my favorite white. This is Dr. P.H. Martin's Bleed Proof White. And it's great for splatters. Let's see, I don't want to use that. I want to use the lid. Get a lot of white on it and do some splatters. Rinse that off. And I want to do some gold splatters. Some additional gold splatters. Okay, let's dry this. It's pretty damp. got a piece of a hymnal that has, "Oh, come all ye faithful." Let's see. It's a little bit too long. So I have these rulers that I have, the wooden rulers that I have cut so that I can tear in a pattern. And the easiest way to tear is with the smaller edge on the bottom or under the ruler so that you can tear it easily. And I think I'm going to need to maybe take off a little bit from this edge as well. I'll save those for another time. And I want to put this down here, I believe. Well, maybe I just want the name and not the music. That way it won't cover up my branch. And I'm going to take a glue stick. I'm using Pritt glue stick. I became familiar with this brand from Robin Marie Smith, and it is a very sticky glue stick, which is a good thing. Okay, so let's see if I can get this on this page, covering up just a little bit of my branch. And maybe, I'll put the top back on this, maybe take a little bit more of the green. And put it over top of the it's a little Payne's gray. Just set it off a bit, and maybe I'll do some splatters of that as well. Let me take a paper towel and take what fell on the ornament itself. So there you have it. This is day 2, which is simplicity. Thank you for joining me.